don't know if people understand the demographics of what hip hop was before we jumped off the porch with our contribution to hip hop. If you go back as far as I go with um, hip hop was fresh, it was new, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was rock the house type. Let's braggadocious. It wasn't really too much. I guess you want to say hardcore aspect. Even though we had records like Grandmaster Flash with the message, who spoke about the oppression at that time. Uh, drug pushers and not being able to get a break and all that type of stuff. If you knew what was going on with black people in the 70s and whatever.
Yeah,
um, you saw movies like, well, I did, I saw movies like Warriors and like that, the Sonny Carson movie. I saw movies like that growing up. Three the Hard Way and a lot of black flicks, which gave the element of the underworld. You get me? Before I heard a rap record, right?
Right.
My participation in the gang banging came from growing up in poverty. You know, everything was bright. My parents, father had a good job working at General Motors. And I grew up in South, we had a house in, I want to say, Linwood area. When I was a kid, maybe about 4 years old, everything was great. But once my parents got divorced and we moved to Compton, and I was around 6 years old, changed drastically. You get me? And still, I heard no, there was no hip hop. You get me? I heard Teddy Pendergrass and my auntie played Millie Jackson and Bobby Blue Bland and shit like that. That's what I heard growing up. Ain't hear no, niggas, talking about the police and whatever. I saw that firsthand because I grew up in a place called Spooktown. And I lived on Johnson Street, where at one end of the street they had the set called the CV70s. It was a Mexican gang. And then down the street, they had the homies from Spooktown, Crip gang. That's why I saw my influences of street life, as you want to say. None of them niggas was down the street rapping about what was going on. It was just front center.
Yeah, it was just front and center.
Niggas came down the block and did drive-bys.
Well, what it
Moms was snatching us out the bed at 2 a.m, pulling us on the floor because niggas coming down the block shooting. It had nothing to do with what a nigga spoke on records.
It was pre-existing.
As I got older, I saw the niggas down the block. Now, you coming from poverty, black kid, a lot of people ain't educated. Your chances for a successful life is real slim, is what we thought. You get me? Did I envision myself? I mean, I guess as a child, we all envision being, I'm gonna be a policeman, a fireman, a sports player. We all envision that as kids. But as I'm growing up in a single household, Spooktown, where niggas is doing drive-bys and selling sherm, I'm seeing that as my influence. That nigga got a brand new car. He got motherfucking money up the ass. It's all the fancy, nice broads. You know what I'm saying? And them niggas is hard. That's my influence. So it wasn't because I heard a song and a nigga was saying, over here we hard, over here we wear red and blue, over here we do drive-bys. No, it was what I saw and what I thought was gonna make me successful as a
100%.
nigga in the streets.
100%.
You get me? So that was my choice. When no daddy in the crib, and I'm seeing mom struggling, and then my sister is dating the hood niggas, and they pulling up with bread and fat. Nigga, I'm being one of them niggas.
Right.
You know, f it. F what comes with it. Yeah, I know, you know, drive-bys, and you might go to jail for serving, and the enemies, and, you know, but that was my influence. Now, I listened to records. Rap started coming along. It was all East Coast, right?
Yeah.
But I listened to Schoolie D. Schoolie D was some
Pulling
hood
guns,
shit to
pulling
me.
guns on people.
But I was already banging. Did that influence my wanting to bang what more? I mean, you know what I'm saying? No. It was like my man Prime say right now, nigga, give my theme music. You feel me? That was to us, that was just theme music to go along with the daily life of what we was already doing, right? So you had these rappers, you know, like Special Ed, and I listened to Special Ed.
I think everybody did. That's the disappointing part about what he said.
And I don't want to put too much on my nigga's shoulders, but I listened to Special Ed, you know, and how he had it made, and, you know, the
007.
Magnificent, and, you know, we on the mission, and, you know, all that. I thought it was nice rap records. Cool. But when I grabbed the microphone, I didn't see my life as a party.
Right.
I've always felt that when it came to writing records. I never saw my life as a party, as something that was fun, because again, I grew up in the hood, and even though it was fascinating to a nigga, or, you know, I'm all in, I still knew what that was. That wasn't fun.
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangster Chronicles.